edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We are just about set to get the festivities started, and off we go on this Christmas Eve. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Go! They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
He'll look to throw. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive. They'll throw out of the gun. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. On 4th down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. From the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he's going to have a Cards first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Third and long. Out of the shotgun, Young. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And that is incomplete.
This offense. Find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This fielded inside the 35. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. They send a receiver in motion left. Drive will start on the ground, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
1 quarter in the books. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this.
Hold it ready. Set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
19 tight. Check go.
He'll drop to throw. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Here's Matt Ariza now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Young. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Young. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's taken down up past the 35.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. A 2nd down throw for Young. Duvernay with the grab. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
On 1st down is Young. Quick throw, taken in, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's Hall. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. To throw is Young. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10.
60 Bison, 60, ready, take go.
They'll start out with a run, and it's Benson. Room up the sideline at the 45. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 71 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, But they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On play action, Young. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is Young. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down. They'll run. This is Hall. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw, Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, 3 to go. Back to throw, Young. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Cardinals have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away.
What a joke. Well, that's game. I tried.
Front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer,
Goddamn Jets doing me dirty all season, man. It's not going to stop today.
They were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Going up top.
Oh, come on. 5 guys can't fucking cover.
Hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
I believe it. This defense is either they're kicking ass or not covering fucking anybody. There's no in between.
You have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards.
Yeah, goddamn, dude. Fuck.
You really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
That looked like college football for a second.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Yeah, your muscle memory is totally fucked. When that happens, that shit sucks.
Here's Young.
Come on, man.
Trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw with the pass is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these 2 guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, I accidentally did a high pass. I don't know if that worked for the better or worse.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
High throw, but it's reeled in. These 2 moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a 1st down.
Man, I got one of my starting wide receivers out. He's like the speed guy. I haven't seen him take some starting snaps. I'll fucking take it.
Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Throwing is Young. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Young. That's over the middle.
Of course.
And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they start from their own 7.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end.
I was about to just kick a field goal, but you know what?
What do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. going for it all. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Yeah, the only thing I had in my back pocket is Sauce Gardner, so at least it's good in coverage. But yeah, I hear you. I know he's X Factor and 99 overall.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set.
Who knows? Maybe with my luck, it wasn't activated or some shit.
Here on EA Sports.
He had maybe not in the zone. It doesn't show it. I'm not quite sure. But usually, even the superstars will have like a little star under their name or some shit. Well, Bryce Young's been a fucking mistake. That's my bad, but the Jets have been a fun challenge. I'll say that.
The drive begins with a run, and it's all. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake. Here's Young. To the right side here, pass is caught. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked.
Yeah, that guy's a beast. I know he's, I forget who he got drafted to. Tyler Warren. I don't follow college very much, but I know he got drafted in the first round, I think.
They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Damn it.
Good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The biggest issue in why
I wouldn't be shocked.
Trailing in this game,
I'm just trying to keep this game competitive, man. I think my season's over anyways, even if I went out.
Highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he'll
that
be
was
taken
luck.
down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Gracias, amigo. Yeah, those jump balls, I'm not sure, I'm sure you use them, but it took me fucking a couple years to, the L1 throws.
Yeah, now the question
like,
is,
dude, it took me, like, people would talk about it, but I'm like, with my luck, I'm going to panic and throw a pick or some shit, but I finally got it.
Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point.
Yeah, I don't either. I kind of wish I did. I'm sure there's, you know, a couple times a game and probably help you out. Like comeback routes, especially if there's tight coverage.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this
Pretty
one
much.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Sending a receiver right.
That fast son of a bitch.
Second and a yard.
Yeah, that shit's wild. That's some Game Shark shit right there.
McBride is the motion man. On second down, it's Benson. And he will have the first down.
Yeah, that offense is scary. It's kind of hard to game plan. You kind of just know that, hey, you're going to... Some points to be put on the board. Good luck.
Taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Trey Benson, the intended target, and it'll be second down. Now give up the middle, it's Benson. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop. Third down and 9.
Cougar 19. Let's go now.
And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down. Now this looks like a design run, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Yeah, I remember when you drafted him, I was like, oh, shit, that's going to be a problem.
Come up on a second down and 8.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Throw across his body is complete. And they bring him down inside the 20.
I think I should have drafted a quarterback. I tried to go the cheap route and get Bryce Young for cheap and just build him up with those like reward points in the offseason. He's not the reason I lose, but he's not the reason I win, if that makes sense. Like, he's okay at best.
Throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Here's 2nd and 2. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He'll look to throw.
Give me a break.
It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback...
Talk about 99 overall is letting you down, you know? Shit.
You just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
They'll run on 2nd down. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
Madden is an asshole. That's for damn sure.
2nd down, you got to look now at your 3rd down call sheet. Every play caller has a section, must-have-it plays, critical downs. I say this one falls in that category, and we'll see what they have up their sleeve.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Cardinals. York now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cardinals are out to a 21-10 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Young to throw on 1st and 10. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety.
That's about game. I tried, man. I tried.
In this situation, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field.
Yeah, it was a battle.
Exactly
I just can't seem to cut the fucking mustard with this team.
To save them some points.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Again, it's Benson. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back with more.
Oh, shit. Merry Christmas.
You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Benson. And this will be a Cardinals 1st down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run. Here's Benson. Uh-oh. A gain of 17 yards. It's an Arizona 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On 1st and 10, here's Benson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They motion a receiver right. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. A give. Here's Benson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run. They want to take them down for a loss.
He's able to get away from 1 man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Yeah, it was looking like a turnover, but it's just not my night.
In this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
York's kick is good. And the Cardinals are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual threat quarterback.
I didn't even slide either. I was like, you know what? If he fumbles, he fumbles. Fuck it.
Week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield. But it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Wow.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
This is teach tape from
yeah, I
man
don't know what the
defense.
fuck I was thinking.
He's not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. On 1st down is Young. And for a 3rd time.
Didn't throw it over his head, huh?
That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. We're stopped anyway as we hit the 2-minute warning.
That son bitch. Hey, at least the game was fun. I wasn't expecting much, man. I kind of called it a... My division's fucking tough, so I didn't really have a chance. Yeah, Patriots, really good. Bills guy is just a bitch to get off. He's really good with Josh Allen. He knows how to make it a pain in the ass. Dolphins guy's like the only one I can consistently beat.
They'll go again with Benson. Going to have that 1st down across midfield and down to the 40.
Good game, man. Until next time.
One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice.